History of computer. The history of computer development is often referred to the different generations of computing devices. What is generation? A generation refers to the state of improvement in the development of a product. Similarly, generation in computer technology is a change in technology of computer devices. This includes both hardware and software, which together make up an entire computer system. Each generation of computer is characterized by a major technological development that fundamentally changed the way computers operate, resulting in increasingly smaller, cheaper, powerful, and more efficient and reliable devices. Types of generations. Based on the characteristics of various computers developed from time to time, they are categorized as generation of computers. They are: first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation, and fifth generation. First generation. First generation of computer were developed during the period of 1940 to 1956. First generation computer uses vacuum tubes for circuitry and magnetic drums for the memory. Vacuum tube. Vacuum tube is a device used to amplify a signal by controlling the movement of electrons in an evacuated space. Features. Vacuum tubes were used for circuitry. Magnetic drum were used for memory. Machine language was used for programming. Input was based on punched card and paper tapes. Output was displayed on printouts. Disadvantages. Very large in size. Produce large amount of heat. Consume great amount of electricity. Required air conditioning. Not portable. Operating system were very slow. Difficult to program and use. They were very unreliable, occurs frequent failures. Examples: Univac, ENIAC, Colossus, Bendix G15 etc. are some of the computers developed in the first generation. Second generation. Second generation of computers were developed during the period of 1956 to 1963. Second generation computers uses transistors, which replaces the vacuum tubes. Transistors. Transistor is a device used to regulate the flow of electric current and to switch the electric current on and off. Features. Transistors were used for circuitry. Magnetic cores and magnetic disks were used for memory. High-level programming language were used, COBOL, Fortran etc. Input was based on punched cards. Output was displayed on printouts. Disadvantages. They required air conditioning. Less frequent maintenance were required. They were quite expensive. Manual assembly of individual components required. Examples: IBM 1620, IBM 1401, IBM 3600 etc. are some of the computers developed in the second generation. Third generation. Third generation of computer were developed during the period of 1964 to 1971. Third generation computer uses integrated circuits, IC. Integrated circuits. Integrated circuits is a semiconductor consists of many transistors, registers and capacitors placed on a single thin of silicon. Features. Integrated circuit are used. Users input through keyboard. Output was displayed on monitor. Operating systems were used for running applications with a central program monitored the memory. Advantages. They were smaller in size. They generated less heat. Reduced computational time. Low maintenance required. Easily portable. Comparatively cheaper. Examples: Honeywell 6000 series, IBM 370/168 etc. are some of the computers developed in the third generation. Fourth generation. Computers developed from the period 1971 to present. Fourth generation computer uses microprocessors. Microprocessors. Microprocessors are a semiconductor consists of thousands of integrated circuits built on a single silicon chip. Features. Integrated circuit are used. User's input through keyboard. Output was displayed on monitor. Operating systems were used for running applications with a central program monitored the memory. Advantages. They were smaller in size. They generated less heat. They had a larger memory. High functional speed. Consumed less power. They are cheaper. Use of mouse and handheld devices. Examples. Star 1000, Cray XMPTEC 10, PDP 11, Cray 1 etc. are some of the computers developed in the early period of fourth generation, and it continues with today's computers. Fifth generation computing devices based on artificial intelligence are still in development, though there are some applications such as voice recognition that are being used today. The goal of fifth generation computing is to develop devices that respond to natural language input and are capable of learning and self-organization.